it's Chris again. Today we're going to be talking about stacking. You've come to this video because someone's been like, do you want to stack? And you're like, what the heck is that? So you went straight to YouTube, you went on to my YouTube channel, and you decided, I'm going to figure out what stacking is. So stacking can be utilized in so many different ways. It can mostly be utilized when you want one person on one side of the court for most of the match, and then you want the other person obviously on the other side of the court for most of the match, right? Instead of flip-flopping every point, you can stick to your respective sides in a legal way. So this is a crash course for you not to get confused. Okay, so you just agreed to stack with your partner Esmeralda, the 7-year-old phenom who never loses, and you're just really ready to win. So you said, yeah, let's do it. Good thing you watched this video. So let's say Esmeralda has a wonderful forehand, like it's unstoppable. You're gonna want that player, Esmeralda, on this side, okay? This is gonna be the forehand side. This is the side where she can shade all the way over here on this side of the court, leaving this part open. But Esmeralda, she's deceivingly fast. She's deceivingly quick. She can get to any ball. So she shades all the way over here. And now look at every shot that she comes to hit is going to be a forehand. That devastating forehand that she has. Okay? And you are going to be over here standing in your corner. Okay? So you're on this side of the court. You already know this. It's 0-0-2. Let's say you serve and you score. You aced them. You're a beast. Okay? Now it's 1-0-2. And you need to go to this side of the court to serve. Here's why stacking is also Esmeralda's favorite. She doesn't have to move. She doesn't have to go behind you or in front of you to go on this side of the court. Esmeralda is right here. She just stands right here while you serve right here. So you both start on this side of the court. Now, after you serve, you just move those feet of yours, those beautiful feet, and you're gonna move right here, and now you're ready for them to return it, okay? I serve, I go over here, they hit it into the net, I'm like, yes. But I was ready, because I was on my side of the court after I served, okay? A lot of times people are like, oh, but we have 1, oh, but we have 2, oh, but we have 3, right? And you're like, what does the score have to do with where you're supposed to stand? Here's what they're saying. They're saying if they're on an odd number, right? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, that means they should be stacking, right? That means they should be in that funky formation that you're not used to, right? Because think about it, when I said 1, 0, 2, we have 1, and we're in that weird funky position, right? But whenever I said an even number, 2, 0, 2, I'm gonna be serving from my normal position, not in the funky position, right? So odd means odd, you're in that funky formation. Even means you're just in the spot that you're supposed to be. Okay, so now, let's make it tricky. I'm gonna ace them again so that we're at an odd number. So ready, here we go. We're at 2-0-2. Boom, I serve, ace, I'm the best. And then I move over here. Okay, Esmeralda's over here in our funky position because we're on an odd number. Now, I serve, oh, I missed it, it's out. Now, we're at 3-0 and it's their serve. So now where do I go? We're at 3. We're supposed to be in a weird funky formation, right? Correct. So now that I'm on 3, we're on an odd number, I'm gonna come up here where Esmeralda wants to be. Okay? So here's how the stacking is gonna work when we're returning, which I'm gonna resemble by putting my ball in my pocket because we are no longer serving, we are receiving. The other team is serving, okay? So now, I'll go over the signs later, what you're gonna show your partner. You either show this or this or this, lots of other stuff. I'll show you that later, okay? But we know that we're stacking. Esmeralda's like, oh, you best believe I'm getting my butt over there. We're stacking for sure. So here's what we're gonna do. They serve the ball. Esmeralda hits it over. Now, she wants to be on the left side, and we know we're stacking. We agreed to it. So I slide over here, and Esmeralda's on her respective side where she wants to be so she can use that monster forehand, and then we play out the point here, okay? And let's say the point's over. Let's say we won that point, right? They served and we won it. I still have to start on this side, otherwise it's illegal because we're at 3, we're at an odd number. So I need to go back to the side that I don't want to be on because it's an odd number, right? If it helps you remember, odd means weird. Odd means funky. Odd means we're not where we want to be. We're uncomfortable, okay? So we're at 3, I'm uncomfortable. I don't have as monster of a forehand as Esmeralda, so I'm over here on this side. Now, Esmeralda is up at the net, okay? On the right side of the court, on my right. Now, they serve their second serve. I return it. We agreed to stack, so I'm gonna be running, I'm hustling, I'm moving my butt to get over here onto the side that I want to be, so I can use my backhand a lot. I have a good cross-court dink with my forehand, okay? I'm on the side that me and Esmeralda agreed that we wanted to be on. Now, let's say we won that point. We won it, now it's back to our serve. We are serving again. So now, we're at 3. It's 3-0-1. It's 3-0-1. We should be in an odd, funky formation, okay? So that means, should I be serving right here? No, it's odd. This would be normal. Esmeralda's gonna slide over. I'm gonna give the ball to her, and I'm gonna let her serve that thing while I'm in a funky position. I'm in the odd position. I'm over here. She serves the ball, and she goes over to her court, and I'm ready. They return it. Esmeralda hits her fire forehand. I come up, we do it, bang, 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 bang. We win the point because we stacked like pros. So that is a full stack, and you're just gonna repeat that the whole time, okay? Easy way to remember so you don't get confused is if I'm on an even number, I'm on the side that I started on at the beginning of the game. I'm on the side that I wanna be on. If we're on an odd number, I'm gonna be on the opposite side. I'm gonna be on the other side where Esmeralda deserves to be because of her amazing forehand. Okay, so odd means I'm on the other side that I don't wanna be on. Even means I'm on the side that I wanna be on, right? If we're serving, we're in that funky formation. If we are receiving, okay, I'm just on the opposite side, and I gotta scoot on over while Esmeralda hustles up, or the opposite, okay? She's up there, she scoots on over after I return the serve, and we did a little switchy because we're on an odd number. So that is full stacking. That means we're gonna be stacking the whole game, and that means we're gonna be doing a lot of running and flip-flopping, especially if we wanna have a lot of odd numbers on side outs. And there's also a lot of different formations, okay? Sometimes we stand here, sometimes we stand all the way off the court. There's a couple different things I could do. I will show you that later. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about half stacking. Super simple, super easy. You know how to full stack, so you know all the basics. Full stacking is the hardest part, okay? You know how to move now, you know how to switch now. So now, half stacking is just simple as this. Half stacking means that we just choose to stack when we're either serving or receiving, okay? So, if at the beginning of the game, Esmeralda comes up to me and says, hey, do you want a half stack, okay? I don't feel like unwinding when we're returning. Unwinding is when we do that crisscross little pattern when they're serving the ball to us where I have to run across really fast to get in the position I want. Esmeralda's like, I'm not feeling too hot today. I don't want to unwind the stack. I don't want to run too much. So let's just play straight up when they're serving and we're returning. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. But I would still love to stack when we are serving because your forehand is just too good not to. And she's like, oh yeah, let's do it. So let's half stack, okay? So that means it's 3-0-1, okay? That means Esmeralda is serving. We're in our weird formation. She's on my side of the court. She serves, and then she moves over to her side, and I come into position, and we play out the point, okay? So we're still doing the stacking when we're serving. It's side out. So now, let's say we're on an odd number again, where we're supposed to stack, where we're supposed to crisscross and be in that odd, uncomfortable formation, okay? We're not gonna do it because we agreed to half stack, okay? Hence, half, which means half of the game we're doing the stacking, half of the game we're not, okay? So now, look at me. I'm on the forehand side, okay? And she is on the side that she doesn't wanna be on. She's returning, they serve, and she just comes up, and we play it out like a normal point. And now, let's say they won that point, so they go over there, now they're serving to me. I return, and I just come straight up. I don't have to hustle my butt over there because we agreed to half stack. Okay, now you can use a lot of different combinations of this. You could do 3/4 stacking, you can do quarter stacking, you could call it a bunch of different things, okay? You can play with it as much as you want, as long as you understand the concept so you don't get your opponents all upset or confused if you're doing it wrong. Make sure you're doing it legally, make sure you have a good understanding of it before you agree to do it with your partner, right? That's why you guys are both watching this video. So, if you guys want to maybe stack, but there's one person who doesn't move quite good. Let's say they got a bad hip or they got a hurt ankle like Coach Chris does right now, and they can't run as much. So then you use this combination 3/4 stacking. Okay, this is the last one I'm gonna teach you. Because if you could understand this, you could come up with all your own combinations of stacking. But these are pretty much the only 3 that really happen. Okay, so once again, I'm on the right side, Esmeralda's on the left side. Okay, to start the game, 0-0-2. We are serving. This is the side I want to be on. That's the side that she wants to be on. We decided to 3/4 stack. Okay, and it's because Esmeralda's hip is really bad today, and Coach Chris is feeling good. He's feeling all over the place, so he's ready to stack as much as he can. So here's what they do: 0-0-2. I serve. We win the point. Okay, now it's 1. We're on an odd number, so we're in the odd formation. Okay, so everything's normal stacking right now. She's right here, right next to me. We're both on the same side of the court. 1-0-2. I serve. I get in position. They return it. I hit a drop. Oh, into the net. Darn it. Side out. So now we have an odd number, so I'm not on the side that I want to be on. I'm going to go over here. Now, here's where the 3/4 stacking comes into play. Esmeralda is not able to run up to the net. Okay? She's not able to stack when we are returning because she has a long ways to go. Okay? So, right here, we are not gonna switch. We are not gonna do the stacking. They serve it to Esmeralda. She returns it. She's up at the net. We're both at the net. We win the point. There's no stacking happening. Now, it's 0-1-2. They're serving to me now. They're serving to me now. Okay? Now, I can run. I am able to run across and get to the court, to the opposite side of the court. So, we are going to stack on this, hence 3/4 stacking. There's only one little quarter of the game that we are not stacking, and that's when Esmeralda has to run. But if I have to run, oh, we're stacking, baby. So, they serve it, I return it, and I get on my horse, and I run over here while Esmeralda slides over to her preferred side, and we just completed the stack. So that was 3/4 stacking. So we did full stacking, half stacking, and 3/4 stacking. That basically covers all your bases. If you could come up with other different combinations or you need to switch up your strategy, once again, just make sure you understand enough to where you're able to experiment with that. The last thing we need to talk about is signs, okay? If you want to stack sometimes and you don't want to stack sometimes, I'm just going to keep it simple and show you the 2 signs. If you show this to your partner, show a full hand, or you see somebody showing you this, that means they want to switch. That means they want to do the stacking little switcheroo, okay? If somebody shows you this, that means they want to stay. That means they don't want to do the stacking little switcheroo. They don't want to do the odd formation. They want to just play it straight up how you normally do when you play a rec play when you're just starting, okay? Okay, fine, I'll show you one more. This one is a fake, right? Or some people do this, okay? If they show you this or this, that means they want you to fake switch. That means you run over, pretend like you're about to switch, but no, you're just gonna stay on your respective side. Okay, that concludes stacking. Hopefully by now you are ready to stack, you're ready to run the court to the Esmeralda, and you're ready to win as many games as possible so you don't have to get off that court. Thanks for tuning in. As always, have fun out there.